welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all had a really happy Easter Sunday, and let's just get right into it. So as I'm sure you read in the title, this story is about the time a kid was stabbed in the butt with a pencil in my class. If you see me looking down, it's because I do have like a notebook down here of name switches and important points in the story, just because I don't talk to all these people still, so I don't want to put their names or anything online. This happened when I was in grade 8, which was 2018. In my elementary school, when you were in grade 7 and 8, instead of just staying in one classroom with one teacher, you were on a rotation. And so you would rotate classrooms depending on like the subject. I was on my way to history class, and when we got there, we realized that we had a substitute in history class that day. So we all go in and we sit at the assigned seats. She tells us very briefly to work on whatever was laid out on the desk. I can't remember. I want to say maybe 10 minutes into class, this kid who was sitting in the desks in front of me, named Philip, he left and went to go to the washroom. So the kid sitting next to him was this kid named Milo, and we see that Milo gets up and goes to sharpen his pencil, but nobody thinks anything of it. We're doing silent work. Why wouldn't you go sharpen your pencil? About 5 minutes later, Philip comes back to the classroom, and he goes to his desk and kind of like goes to like jump into the seat for some reason. And all of a sudden he screams and falls to the floor right in front of us. My friend named Brittany and my friend Jess is on the other side of the aisle, and we're all looking at each other and looking at him. And we see about this much of a pencil sticking out of his butt cheek, the cheek, guys. And a little bit of blood around it, like a little ring of blood. So no one knows what's happened at this point. We're all kind of panicking. The substitute teacher didn't say anything from what any of us can remember. She just kind of stood back and watched, really. Milo gets out of his seat and helps Philip up and takes him to the office. And we all sit through the rest of the history period. And after that, it was recess. So we all go outside, and everyone that was in that class and everyone who we were friends with who were in the other grade 8 class, we all gathered together and started talking about what had just happened, if anyone knew like what was going on. About halfway through recess, we see Milo walking out of the school, and so we all go over to him and we're like, what happened? Like, what did you do? And he's like, well, I was trying to play a prank on him. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. We're like, no, but what happened? And so what he had done is he went to go sharpen his pencil, sharpened it, and then he took the freshly sharpened pencil and put it on Philip's seat facing up, and then put his whole hand around the base of it so then it wouldn't just tip over as soon as he sat down on it, thinking he was gonna sit down slowly and just kind of jump right back up. But that's not what happened. We all go home, and I want to say at about 6 o'clock, I don't have any of the messages. I wish that I did. I looked through my old Instagram and I couldn't find any of these texts, but we get a message in a group chat from everyone within our grade who was friends, and it's a picture from Philip, and it's a picture of the x-ray of the pencil in his butt cheek. It was 6 inches deep. It was 6 inches deep into his butt cheek, And I think it was about 2 inches away from his tailbone, which would have been a big problem, but it didn't hit his tailbone, thankfully. He was fine. He did get some stitches, but he was okay. And him and Milo were still friends after that. Until one day, Philip's dad showed up at the school and came over to Milo and told him that he didn't want him anywhere near his son, which is understandable. But he told him he didn't want him anywhere near his son anymore and that they couldn't hang out, anything. So for a while, they didn't hang out. Let's say about a month later, after Milo came back from his suspension, because obviously he did get suspended. This was a school. You can't do that without getting a severe punishment. But when he came back, Milo and Philip were friends again. And they were friends for the rest of the year. Like, there was no issues. I didn't keep in contact with them into high school, so I'm not 100% sure if they're still friends, if they stayed friends through high school, if so, how long they stayed friends through high school. I think they were for the beginning of high school. I don't know. But yeah, that's the story of the time a kid got stabbed in the butt cheek with a pencil right in front of me. Hope you guys enjoyed that story time. If you want me to tell more stories from my childhood or from my life, comment down below. And I will think of some more entertaining stories for you guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!